You ready to start loading the pod?
I am in just a second.
You ain't even got your shoes on.
I'm trying to post this to Facebook.
Oh, okay. You guys can see it is full-blown madness around here. So we have been super busy. I'm gonna be packing most of the kitchen today, which you guys are gonna be hanging out with me for a portion of. But one of my biggest projects was to tackle June's room in the office. I had started on this room a while ago and just never got finished. That's just the reality of it. And now you guys can see we just have her clothes, her crib. I've got a couple totes and boxes that Nathan needs to load up, but then all of this is just plants. So we will just make an additional trip of just all the house plants. That will be the last thing that we do. So I'm hoping to kind of consolidate a lot of the plants and put them in one designated area. That way I can clean all the other places, like our bathroom is just loaded full of plants. I'm hoping to maybe move them in here. But so far, other than moving these two boxes out, obviously June still needs a place to sleep and her clothes. This room will be done. We'll just have to grab houseplants when we get ready to move. And so that feels really good. I got that tackled. Now we're just moving along to the next room. I'm packing up a ton of stuff, like breakable things in the kitchen, which is what you guys are gonna be helping me with today.
The couple that wears headbands
Together stays together,
right?
Yeah. Look at this, we're getting loaded.
It's like piecing the puzzle together.
I'm glad you're piecing it, not me. So what's your plan today as far as packing in here?
Just getting as much done as I can.
Like getting the stuff out of the living room?
Yeah, I need to start putting some bigger pieces and then placing the boxes around. Just like I said, it's like a puzzle.
Yeah.
So.
But almost half of our pot is full.
Oh, it's
Where's half?
half right here.
So by the end of this video, half of the pot will be full.
That is a true statement.
Okay, cool. Alright, well you're doing good. It's so hot out here.
Yeah, it's 92 and 115% humidity.
Well, what? I didn't get the throwaway pile. Well, while you are, ooh, it got dark in here. Here we go. So while you're loading that, I'm gonna finish packing up pottery. You guys, we just got up on with Jeremiah and he had made a statement that was so true. We have some stuff that's happened with our house, which we're gonna give you guys an update in a few minutes. But our plan was to pack like all of our dishes and things because we do go on vacation soon. Let me put this really heavy camera down because it is heavy. So we're going on vacation soon. We're trying to keep the house as clean as possible. And so the plan was just to pack everything up and use paper products. If you guys know me, oh my gosh, that was so hard. And Jeremiah was like, that's probably more stressful for you having paper and plastic products in your house than the actual whole house situation. But the plan is to pack up most of the kitchen today just because we're not cooking a whole lot right now. Like usually we're cooking 3 meals. We're definitely not doing that right now. And so that's kind of my plan for today. Getting Junie in. Nathan's plan is to pack the pod. All right, we got interrupted by a phone call. So your plan today, headband man, y'all, this is what 7 years of marriage will do right there. We will be married for 7 years, August 3rd.
Yep.
We have so many crazy events. So like Nathan's birthday's in April. Peyton and Charlie's birthdays are in May. June's is in June. Mine is in July. August is our anniversary. That's insane.
Speaking of which, birthday girl here in a couple days.
When is my birthday? What is today?
Today's the 24th.
24th. So in 4 days.
4 days.
I'm the big 29. Haven't quite made it to 30 yet. Anyways, my point being, 7 years of marriage, I've turned this man into a hippie. A headband wearing hippie is what's happened.
She's trying.
It worked.
Yeah, it's just so stinking hot outside. I put a hat on and
it just traps all the sweat.
Yeah, it just traps all the sweat and holds all the heat in, so.
Yeah, these are the parts of moving that aren't fun. You guys know packing's not really my favorite, but now I'm just in go mode. Like all I can think about is getting the house packed. So I feel like I've actually been really productive in the packing area.
She's done a great job.
Oh, thanks. So now it's Nathan's turn to kind of switch gears and start filling the pod because it gets moved in a couple of weeks. And so the reality is we need that filled. We do have some things we need to talk to you guys about. This is a sit down conversation. Let's like sit down over here.
No, we're not pregnant.
Oh my gosh. No. Lord knows I could not handle that right now in this season of my life. That is so funny. The thing, like, you know when I have the news to tell, so I know what it is that I'm about to say, but then the person on the receiving end of that has no idea. I remember recently we told Nathan's brother and my sister-in-law some things that were going on, and she was like, or his brother was like, "Are you about to announce that you're pregnant?" I was like, "Oh my gosh, no, that's not it's not what's about to happen." All right, so it is the weekend when I'm shooting this. It'll be Monday when you guys see this. And so last night, we've been in full-blown remodeling the new house. We're remodeling all the bedrooms, so we were scraping popcorn ceilings, repainting, ripping up flooring. We're building new closets.
4.
We've had so many phone calls. We like ended the last clip, which I'm gonna try to merge these together for you guys. Then we've had like 3 different phone calls, and I'm trying to remember where we left off. I'm pretty sure we were saying that we are in full-blown like renovation. That was it. We gave you guys the last update, ripping up carpets, trying to lay down floors, building closets, all the things. And we've just been like go in between both houses really. And then late last night, like we were getting ready for bed, Nathan got a text from our realtor. You want to let them know what it says?
Basically, the buyers had some trouble getting financing. We don't know all the details. Yeah. You know, we just know that what we were told, and so essentially they either wanted us to go along on this ride with them and postpone it again until they can get financing, or essentially we talked to our realtor and thought that
when you say postpone, I mean we're talking like into September, potentially October.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're not in a position to do that. So
yeah,
we need to sell this home in order to buy.
Well, yeah, I mean, nobody wants to have 2 mortgages. I mean, so the gist of it is our house is up for sale again. We found that news out last night. We relisted it this morning. And so if I'm being totally transparent with you guys, this is the stuff that stresses me out. Nathan is way more chill when it comes to things like this. Don't you think?
Yeah.
In most other things, I'm the one that I'm just like go with the flow. I'm like, yeah, you know, like what do you do? Situations like this when we have other deadlines, like Charlie starting school would be a huge deadline. We live around an 45 minutes to an hour from our new property. So logistically thinking about like what happens if we haven't sold this house and we're having to drive her to school and pick her up. Like there's just so many things that cause me stress. And we've been so transparent with you guys on this whole journey. We obviously knew until we were at the title company and signing off, this could happen. Mm-hmm. However, there's still so many moving parts that you can't just wait until something goes wrong. Like you have to keep just moving forward, which is what we've been doing. And so we knew that this was a possibility. However, things have just kind of been streamlined. We've not really had any contact with like our realtor or their realtor, which, you know, no news is good news in this industry. And so
normally, yeah,
we've just been rocking and rolling. And I'm gonna be really honest with you guys. Like I am stressed out. This is what gets me. However, my sweet old hubby has reminded me, like, God has us, you know, covered. Like whatever the reason was that this happened, we trust that God is covering us in this, and this is how it was supposed to go. Mm-hmm. Which does give me peace, because we trust God so much in this whole process that I know that this is for our good. I'm just like, okay, Lord, let me I know that because I know God's word. But right now in the thick of it, like having to walk the walk, right? Like that's what's hard, is like, okay, God, I know what your word says. I know that you have us covered, but man, this is really stressful.
Well, and you know, we've only been able to think about this and process this for less than 24 hours. So, you know, initially...
They're getting the raw versions
right,
of us.
You guys are getting the raw version. So it's like, you know, all these thoughts coming through our head before we've taken this to God necessarily.
Yeah,
so,
it's true.
Yeah, and that's the tough part.
Yeah.
You know,
thankfully, what I'm most thankful for in this whole situation, because I do always try to find the one good thing in anything that we're being taught. I feel like we just got off the phone with Jess and Maya, and truly it's just been like such a God ordained thing, and their response is don't worry about it. Like that house is yours. Whenever you can move in, it's there waiting on you. And that was just a huge sigh of relief, how there was no pressure. You know, she was like, it's okay. You know, like we're not worried about this. Like you shouldn't be worried about this. Keep doing what you're doing. And for me, that was a major sigh of relief of like, okay, this is going to be okay. You know? Mm-hmm. Did that make you feel better?
Yeah, it really did. You know, we wanted to be transparent with them as well. So
yeah. So far, our house is up for sale. If you are in the area and looking, the link is listed down below. But for real, we are still moving forward. We did want to give you guys an update because we are very much so in limbo on that. If you guys would just be praying in agreement that the right buyer would come. And, you know, I just have to trust that. And
that's honestly what Jessica said. She was like, obviously, that wasn't the person that was, you know,
meant for the house.
So
just in the true spirit of being transparent with you guys, keeping you guys real life up to date on what is going on, that is what is going on. Our house is back up for sale. Definitely not what we had hoped for, you know, but trusting the process. So if y'all would just be standing in agreement with us that it sells quickly again. It did sell in 9 days the first time. So, you know, fingers crossed it sells quickly again this time. But that's where we are with things.
Thanks for understanding. I mean, you guys really did get the raw version, including the bed head. Stressed out.
This is us both. We both like process in different ways. And for me, I immediately react, which is bad. It's not a good quality. But I immediately react and I have all these emotions. Like I didn't sleep at all last night. It was like, what, 2 o'clock? And Nathan's like, are you okay? Like, do you want me to go get you some oils? Like what? And then I slowly, like, once I've thought about it, once I've, like, worked out some frustration, then I become better and better. But I am also one of those people, I don't necessarily have to be in control, but I like knowing there's a plan. And right now, I feel like my plan just got, like, a tornado thrown in it. And I'm having to trust the new plan that I don't know yet. And that's where I struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to plan. It's hard to...
There's things you can't plan. There's so many things out of our control. This is just a good life lesson that we're learning.
That's right, and we should be so used to this. This seems to be our life. I mean, something always
Throws us a curveball.
Throws us a curveball. We should be better at this, but
we're learning. Well, we have a really busy day, still packing. The one thing I think that stresses me out too with all of this is now I'm in full blown, like the house, every room in the house is a little bit crazy, and we're gonna have to start showing our house again. And so that is a big reason why I'm trying to get stuff just packed up, Nathan loading as much as the pot up as he can, just because our house has to be not chaotic, you know, to be able to show the house at any time. And so that's where we're at. We are moving forward still, but that is the latest update, letting you guys know. I'm gonna finish drinking my coffee and get on it. Headband man's gonna start loading the pod, and we're gonna have a good attitude. I'm speaking to myself, we're gonna have a good attitude through all of this. Yes. All right, thanks guys for hanging out with us. We'll talk to you soon.
bye guys.